Hi folks, Andy here with Year of Mbira. Welcome back. This video 2, Fingertip Freedom, is a really powerful exercise that's going to open up so much for you. Last week we focused on the left hand. This week we're going to be focusing on the right hand. In last week's video I demonstrated a part for Mbira, and I played sort of thumb, index finger, back to back all the way through the whole song cycle. And that's a style of playing that you'll sometimes see in Mbira Online. Gift Mugwidi does it quite a lot. And we've also got a nice Bangiza variation from Japhet Matamba where he's doing something similar. Let me do that quick demonstration again from the last video. I'll play the left hand part on its own first, just so you can see what we're setting this against. Cool. Just the index, or not just the index finger, sorry, sort of more stripped back version. And then the version that I played, which is thumb, index finger, all the way through. I'll do that demonstration, then unpick it and give you something that you can practice against any of the 7 song progressions that we looked at in the orientation video. You can even put this against what you come up with in last week's video, video 1. It's a really powerful exercise. It's addictive, and it's going to open up loads of freedom in your right hand. I hope you find it transformational. So here we go. Cool. So let's have a little look at what's going on there. I'm playing a thumb stroke and an index finger stroke back to back for each of the chords, thumb, index, thumb, index. For all of our song progressions, you're going to end up with a little pattern at the end of this video, and there's a really simple way in. We can play notes 1, 2, or this low 3 for each of our chords. And it's a really nice way of remembering which notes go against which chords. Look back to the Nemu Musasa song structure, progression 4. The last 3 chords in that series are 5, 7, and 2. All of those 3 chords we're going to play note 2 against. The first 3 chords in that song progression are 4, 6, and 1. And those we're going to play notes 1 against. So that's 6 of our 7 chords sorted. For chord 3, it's an unusual chord in many senses, especially in Naimaropa tuning. Naimaropa tuning is where this note 4 is close to a sort of root or home note, and in that instance all of the chords are, from a Western perspective, are close to major or minor. And this chord 3 is a diminished chord. It's got a different flavour to it. We're going to play note 3 for chord 3. And last week I said we can play note 7 then 3, or note 5 then 3, or note 3 twice. Let's just play 7 and 3. If you wanted to, as a little exercise, this is sort of bonus exercise in this video, you could go through that series of 7 chords now. The last 3 in our song structure for progression 4. The first 3, and then chord 3. String those together in a loop and you'll be going up in thirds. 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, 1, and then chord 3. And then back to the beginning. Let's pop our thumb note choices against those. We're going to pop in some index finger choices in a second. and then apply what we've learnt here to all of our song structures. It's going to give us this new approach. Nice one. So for for the last three chords, it's note 2. First 3 is note 1. Then chord 3 is that note 3. Cool. Let's make it a bit more interesting then. Let's think of this as starting on that chord 5. Now we've got that pattern in our hands. I'm going to put an index finger choice in for each of the chords. So for chord 5, we know we've got note 2. I'm going to play note 5. I'm going to restrict my index finger choices down to this note 6 here. So that's 7, 1 and 2 are sort of banned now for a moment. Restricting our choices gives us a limited palette, and it makes it more obvious what we're going to be choosing from. So for chord 5, I've got this 2 and this 5. I'm going to play thumb, index for that chord now, giving us fives on beat 1 and 3 of the chord, and thumb, index for beats 1, 2, 3, 4 of the chord. Next chord, we've got 7. We know it's a note 2. I'm not allowed to play that 7, so I'm going to go for its 5th, which is a 4. Chord 2, I'm going to play the note 2. We know that already, and I'm going to play note 6, its 5th. So those first 3 chords we've got. Next 3 chords, I've got chord 4, and I'm playing note 1 now. Note 4 is an obvious choice, it's root. Here for chord 6, I'm going to go for the 6 against the 1. Note 3 is its 5th, but by playing note 6 it's going to open something up for us in a second. I'll give you some other examples that use the 3s for chord 6 in a minute. And then for chord 1, we know we're playing note 1, and let's go for note 5, its 5th. So these first 6 chords we have chord 3, let's go for this 3 and this 3. That unusual chord, diminished, or it's going to have a different flavour in your gandanga or any other tunings. Oh, sorry. So you can loop that around if you like. That would be a good sort of mini exercise to get all these options in your hands, and then you'll be able to apply what you've learnt there across to all of the 7 song structures. Progression 1, for example, let's play our 1s. Instead of our 7 for chord 3, I'm going to play a 5 here against the 3. It's 3rd, 3, 5, 1, 3, 6, 1, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Let's pop what we've just learnt against that. We've got some other options for the chord 6. I'm going to play these 3s, and that's going to give us a sort of cascade flavour in the right hand. Have a little listen. Not in every instance, I can't remember. Let's just... Yeah, the first chord 6, I'll play the 1 and the 6. The other chord 6s, I'm going to play the 3s. There we go, 3s. The 1 and the 6, the 3s. And that kind of gives us that cascading feel going down from 6 during the first chord 6, and 5, 1 and 4, 3s here in the right hand. hear that? So yeah, you can make different choices here, chord 6, 3s, or 1 and a 6. There are other options for all of the other chords, and we'll explore some of those in just a second. So from the beginning, applying the original pattern. Oh, sorry. 1s and 6s, 1s and 6s, 1s and 6s, 1s and 6s, 3s, 3s. Cool. Let's have a look now at why this exercise is so powerful. If you practice that fingertip freedom exercise for progression 1, you'll have now in your right hand loads of different note options that you could start to sort of improvise against that left hand key. We know we can play note 1 during chord 1. Any order. Bridging and spilling. So yeah, you can see the potential, and we've kept the left hand the same there. We could, in contrast, use the right hand fingertip freedom exercise as a background against which we're improvising in the left hand. I'll do that for progression 7 a little bit later. We've already had an example from progression 2. I'll do a simpler version for you, applying what we learnt earlier. So chord 2, I'm going to play 2s and 6s like we did from before. I'll go through the whole of the progression 2. Key in the left hand, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 7, 2, 5, 7, 3, I'm playing that 7 here, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, what shall I play? The 3s in Mbira, they're kind of like disguised. So let me go for a 1 and a 6 here. Oops. Yeah, so I'm playing 2s and 4s during chord 7 because we've stripped it back. We're not playing 7, 1 and 2. So for the whole song, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 7, 2, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7. Let me put the 7 in just so you can see what that sounds like. 2, 4, 6, 2, oops, 2, 4, 7, 2, sorry, 2, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 7, 2, 5, 7, 3, 5. I'm playing 2 and a 4 there for the 7. You'll find that different note options work better in different instances. Let's say our first chord 7, we play note 7s, and then our next chord 7 we play 4s, we're ending up with in the right hand. Have a listen. So yeah, you can choose from different options, but by limiting it, you sort of force some choices, and from a smaller range of options, you're going to maybe find it easier to get fixed patterns that you then build on and start introducing more notes. I think reasonably, you could play up to note 4. So for chord 1, you'd be playing a 1 and a 3. But that's a less common choice. The 5 sort of is within reach here. But yeah, you could play this for chord 1. 2, you could play a 2 and a 4. 3, 4, 5, a 2, and yeah, we kind of need that 5 to be able to express the 2 different notes for each chord. So you could strip back down to the 5, but for us, we're in this exercise, we're stripping it down to the 6 to give us a bit more scope, but still limiting us slightly, so we get the idea that we're doing some limiting. Cool. I'll give you. Oh, let me just demonstrate actually really quickly for progression 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And when I get to progression 7, I'm gonna improvise freely in the left hand against the fingertip freedom exercise in the right hand, and you'll see the scope of what this is going to give you. This now gives you a sort of point of orientation in the right hand against which we can improvise in the left hand. Progression 3, let's play our 7 and a 3. We know what we're doing in the right hand now. 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 1, 3, 6, 1, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 1, 3, 6, 1, 4, 6. I'm playing a 3s there. It just sort of falls naturally, as if you find a bit of a cascade going, it's sort of natural to fall on the 3s. Where was I? Let's go from the beginning. 3, 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 1, 3, 6, 1, 4, yeah, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3. In this instance, I'll play 3s and then 1. I could play 1s and 6s. And that creates another sort of cascade feel. Cool. Progression 4. I'll just go straight into it. These will be notated in your downloads. 4, 6, 1, 4, 6, 2, 4, 7, 2, 5, 7, 2. Let me do a bit of improvisation in the left hand actually, just so you can see. I'm going to use the left hand liberation ideas from video 7 in the deep dive, and then maybe introduce more of the note options from the complete chords video against this right hand orientation we've got now. So 4, 6, 1, 4, 6, 2, 4, 7, 2, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, 1, 4, 6, 2, 4, 7, 2, 5, 7, 2. I'm going to keep that going, and I'm just going to find some. I'm going to go in random. I might find something and then sort of exaggerate it to show that you can, by using this right hand as a point of orientation, you can come up with new things against that background, new flavours that you might want to capture and keep hold of and use as a sort of foundation for a new variation. Maybe set a new right hand against that. So I kind of know where I am in the song, because of the right hand. So I know, here I'm in chord 4, so I can choose any of our left-hand vibration notes for chord 4. Our note circle. Chord 6. Note 6s or 1s. We have that big note circle. 3s are possible, but they're not so often used in the flavour of Nemu Musasa, so I tend not to use them. There are Nemu Musasa variations that really bring that note 3 out, but it's not too common. Let's see where I go. I'm using this as my orientation now, against which I'm exploring here. Cool. So I was noodling around there. Things were coming out. I was trying to shift on, rather than linger on any pattern too long, just to show you there's so much you can find here. And that wasn't a refined example. That was me just trying to find things in a moment. Progression 5, I want to chuck in a new idea. So far we've played for each chord a left-hand stroke, in our keys, a left-hand stroke, a right-hand stroke, a left-hand stroke, and a right-hand stroke for every chord. Now we're playing 4 strokes in our right hand against those 2 left-hand strokes. In contrast, you could slip things the other way around, so you play right, left, and then introduce these busier parts against that delayed left hand. Does that make sense? Here we've got left, right, or you can have right, left. You can play 4 right hand strokes against our left hands on beats 1 and 3 of each chord, or on beats 2 and 4. There's all sorts of options over here. Ideally, you'd end up with the freedom so you can sort of pick and choose and end up with all these sort of patterns and bring out all different flavours, which is what this exercise is putting in your hands. So in progression 5, let's say we played in the key our root notes 5, 7, 2, 5, 7, 3, 5, 1, 3, 6, 1, 3 against the right hand. Where did we get to? Yeah. And so on. So I'm playing left, right for each chord. We can switch that up so we do it the other way round, right, left. Cool. Just wanted to chuck that idea in there. What would we play in our right hand? 5, 7, 2, 5, 7. This is something that I wanted to show you. I'm going to play these threes for chord 7, for chord 3, and for chord 6. And that's quite a common choice during Name Musasi Ye Pasi, the version that uses progression 5. Let's see what happens. Let me go random in the left hand against these note choices. So chord 5. Random in the left hand. I'm not playing any particular song there. I was just trying to show you the scope for exploring against these right hand, and also fingertip freedom exercises, and also playing threes during chords 3 and 6, which fall next to each other in this progression. Through the song cycle one more time just to reinforce that idea. Progression 5, we've got 5, 7, 2, 5, 7, I'm playing threes, 5, 1, 3, and then again these threes for chord 6, 1. Cool. Progression 6, what would we have? 6, 1, 3, 6, 1, 4, 6, 2, 4, 7, 2, 4. Our shape for chord 6, we're playing a 1 and a 6. 1, 3, 6, 1, 4, 6, 2, 4, 7, 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 6, 1, 4. At this point, because we've gone 6, 5, 4, when I get to the 6, I want to play these threes, giving us but we've got both options. We can do 1s and 6s, we can do 1s and 3s, threes. You could do 1s and 3s. And some instances a player's thumb might slip up here to play this 3 and this 6. It's rarer. There's kind of an imaginary cut-off point here after the note 2, keeping this thumb down here and this index finger up here, but we do get slipping over. Where were we? 6, 1, 3, 6, 1, 4. We go for the 3s during chord 6 there. Again during chord 6, you ready? Here we go. Let me make something up in the left hand against that. Now we've got it in the right hand. My battery light just came on, so that's why I paused for a moment. Yeah, I'm using the right hand as a background, our fingertip freedom exercise as a background for improvisation in the left hand, and you're going to find it really unlocks a lot of possibility. Progression 7. Chord 7, remember we're restricting ourselves down to note 6 and lower, so I can't play that 7. I'm going to play a 2, we know we're going to play that, and a 4 from earlier. 7. I'll just run through the progression on the left hand. 7, 2, 4, 7, 2, 5, 7, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, with our right hand fingertip freedom exercise that we know how to create now because we've practiced. 7, 2, 4, 7, 2, 5, 7, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. Oh, sorry. So what if I go freely around here, using this as a point of orientation, but also maybe if I decide that I'm going to place a beat in the song on the first beat of chord 5. So let's make that strong. Sorry. Yeah, I'm making this up as I go, so there's quite a lot going on for me right now. There we go, yeah. Cool, I'm sort of returning to that key left hand. And you can do that if you get lost, come back to it and then go back in. Mix up different note options. Great. So I totally encourage you to get these fingertip freedom exercises in your hand. Choose the one that fits the progression that you've been working on so far. That should be a song that's sort of a song structure that sounds nicest to you, or fits against a song that really inspires you, or you just chose randomly. It's going to unlock so much. It's a really powerful exercise. And in the next week's video, we're going to do a little tweak to what you have in your hands as a result of this practice. And yeah, I think you'll really thank me for it. It's a fantastic way in to something that's going to totally transform your playing. Some sort of, like the bouncing pairs we did earlier in the left hand in the Mbira deep dive, we're going to stack that together with the bouncing pairs in our right hand and sort of offset them, and it's magical. It's really going to open up something beautiful in your playing. Nice one. Well done, everybody. Thanks so much. Bye for now.